Hey, what's up, guys? It is Chad here, and I am returning for this very special podcast episode. And some of you guys understand that the Battle Warrior podcast has been going on for a couple of years, and some of you guys briefly understand that. Our listeners in the spring understand. Um, hey guys, welcome. Hey guys, welcome to the Battle Warrior podcast. This is Chad, and I'm jumping back on the horse for this one here, guys. Some of you guys don't know publicly that I took a 60-day sabbatical from recording podcasts and releasing podcast episodes. Main reason for that is to focus on personal life and projects and stuff I have on my side, especially launching Battle Warrior brands, clothing line locally. Announcement what this is, we're going to be launching a podcast here. This is going to be a very special podcast. Big thing is just pay attention here, guys. The episodes will be coming. I'm in the middle of a lot of moving parts in my side right now. So that's why I'm like, let's have a very intimate, special relationship podcast episode here. So we're going to take off of this one. We're going to take off of last weekend here. At the farmers market, we were locally here in town. We were talking about basically marketing and customer base and all that stuff here. So we're gonna have a couple different topics on this podcast. We're gonna have a couple different things. Number one thing we're gonna be focusing on is top 15 skills to overcome. And then number two is look at the customer base and stuff, the maturity of the Battle Warrior brands here. So let's kick it off here, guys. First and foremost, thank you for downloading this podcast episode. It is available on all platforms. And most importantly, guys, it is available on YouTube here. And some of you guys see the screen shaking. I'm going as raw as I can go with this. Stuff's already packed up here for the move. And secondly, here, guys, the topics I'm going to be talking about, you can't really do them in a real pristine, clean-like episode. To me, I want the rawness of this to kind of creep through the audio, and I want the rawness of this creep through the video. So on the part one here, guys, we're going to be talking about top 15 skills of overcoming. Some of you guys that just downloaded Threads, social media, you're going to see this as a post. And some of you guys that see Twitter, Instagram, all that stuff here, you're going to see the mirrorness of this post here. So we're going to be talking about top 15 here. So I'm going to go through 1 through 15, and we're going to break down exactly what on each. So number one, the number one skill to overcome is called develop resilience. Okay, that's the main important factor of this one. The main important factor of resilience means is the power to get back up. All right. It means you have to have the attitude and the grit and the tenacity just to say, hey, fucking life, come at me. Come at me, punch me, swipe me, hit me, whatever it is. Life is going to come and it's going to hit you like a freaking freight train. It's going to knock you over. It's going to push you in the ground. It's going to push you in the stones. It's your job to remember what Les Brown always says. If you're going to fall down, fall on your back, because if you can look up, you can get up. Okay. The number one thing with this resilience is getting back up. It doesn't matter if you have broken everything. As long as your head's popping back up, you get back up. That's number one skill. Number two skill, be persistent, which means be the hare or the turtle. As a great friend of mine in my inner circle who has a phenomenal coaching business down in Houston would say, be the hare, be the rat, or I'm sorry, be the turtle. Basically, we break this down of saying, be your own business, be in your own lane. Run your own lane, your own pace, whatever it is. You don't have to be Lions Not Sheep as an apparel brand. You don't have to be Patriot. You don't have to be Line 9. You don't have to be all these other brands. I can't even think. Don't Eat, Sleep, whatever. There's a million different brands, and a lot of them mirror off the same people, the same 4 or 5 pillars in this industry, whether it's Under Armour, Lions Not Sheep, Fight Club, whatever the hell it is. A lot of these people mirror these people, and they're all inner circle friends. Guys, run your own pace. Okay, this is a long-term business that you're building. It's a long-term thing of overcoming. It's a long-term thing like an addiction, whatever it is, it's long-term. Today, the main focus is get up, make sure you are alive, make sure you can do one thing towards your business. If not, go do 2 things towards your business. And number 3, make sure you're talking to God. And number 4, make sure you are talking or doing something hard, challenging, whatever it is to push your body. I work out twice a day. I am 15 days to the end of 75 hard. This is where the persistence comes, because that program designs persistence and resilience and all this mental game. It's not a physical game here, guys. It's a mental game. So that is skills to overcome. And that is number 2. Number 3, discipline. We go back to number 2 and we talk about 75 hard, working out, running, all that stuff here. Discipline is doing the same thing every day. 5 days, 6 days, 7 days a week. You develop a pattern and you keep doing it. All right. So if we break down something of my life, I do 3 things. It's called working out at the gym. It's called yoga. And it's called running. The big thing right now is we are doing that twice a day for 75 days straight, hence 75 hard program that I'm in. When that program ends, I will be looking at working out one time a day. They're going to be about hour to hour and a half worth of workouts. And we're looking at one main goal, get me in shape for the ultra marathon in September. Once the marathon ends, which is a 50K 32-mile race, the discipline of that is after recovery ends, we're going to be looking back into training again for next year. All right, this is the discipline. This is what keeps your mind focused. This is all it is. Number 4, challenge yourself. All right, this goes back to create discipline. All this stuff goes to doing something different each day. All right, challenge yourself. And I'm going to put don't get in the rut on top of this. If you take new risks, or if you challenge yourself and you do new things, if you get around new people, new places, new girlfriends, new weightlifts, whatever it is, it keeps yourself unbalanced, which means it makes yourself focused even more. The key in this thing is everyone says balance. In this world, it's called chaos. In this world, it's called control chaos. Control it all you want, but there's times you're going to be unbalanced. Yes, you can pick times to have date nights. You can pick times to be super busy. You have control of your schedule. Like I said, your race, your pace. Number 5, we're looking at new circle, COI. All right, that's abbreviation for circle of influence. For you guys that can overcome something or addictions, you understand the process of 90% of your friends, 95% of your friends are going to disappear. All right, so you don't want that lifestyle. You're going to leave that friends group and get into the lifestyle you want. All right, so the CUI or COI, circle of influence, means people that have the results you want or the people that you're down the road in areas that you lack or you need training in will come in your life and teach you with this. If you're going down the road 70 miles an hour, you're going to stay with the cars doing 70 miles an hour. Get uncomfortable, get in those rooms. And when everyone says get in the rooms, invest money to get in the room. So if you're investing $100, $500, $1,000, go find these masterminds, get uncomfortable. That is your circle of influence. These are people that went through something. They won something at life, and they're going to tell you straight out, you can go do it. That is called CUI. Number 6, it's called choose your mental state over entertainment. A lot of you guys in America understand we have a lot of entertainment for sports, concerts, sex, drugs, rock and roll, whatever it is, we'll use that theme. In this day and age to overcome, the day and age is you're looking at finding ways to fight back into triggers that set you off, triggers that sent you there. So a lot of times what it is we learn to be more of a homebody and more to look at more mental state. So if we're mentally stable, we're mentally happy, which means our things that are overcoming are not going to haunt us. A lot of us are carrying demons from our past. A lot of us are already hard on ourselves. Yes, you can have fun, but you can't overstimulate yourself when you're doing that. So just choose to be more mental state than it is over entertainment. Number 7, it's one of my favorites. It's called be obsessed. All right. Learn to love the process of this game. Learn to love to print t-shirts like myself. Learn to love how that process works, which means I'm in a farmer's market. I have to handmade stuff. How do you do it? You figure it out. A lot of this stuff in this industry is called learn as you go. All right. So there's someone that reached out earlier during this process of this, and you have to learn to be obsessed with the process. And the thing is, if you look at, I just edit this out, but the thing with the process, all right, so You have a problem, you figure it out. Is it going to stress you out? Yes. You got to love to get up every day. You got to love to work. You got to love to put in the grind. And yes, that's a word that gets bliverized in this whole industry is you got to love to do what you want to do. The thing that you do might not be the thing you love to do, but the process to get to where you want to be is what you fall in love in. That's called being obsessed. Where like myself, looking at t-shirts, hoodies, and all that stuff. Now looking at the t-shirts and hoodies to say, okay, hey, this quality is better. This quality is breathable. Let's look at different options like, okay, this is a Hanes blank. This is a canvas blank. We're looking at, okay, these are good flannels. These are bad flannels. How do we make it even better? That's called being obsessed. Number 8, all in or nothing. That runs parallel with being obsessed. All in or nothing here, guys. That means taking a risk and don't look back. All right. Is there times where I think I would overspend and become bankrupt or whatever it is? That's the role I get. All right. If you want a different lifestyle, you have to be willing to be all in or nothing. All right. If you're just kind of 1 foot in, don't fucking do it. Get out. You're gonna get bulldozed by people that are gonna be doing all in and love this life. Am I at the pace that I want to be at? No, absolutely not. Do I feel like I took all the focus and everything is just to get absorbed by this industry? Absolutely. That is called being all in or nothing, which means as a former addict, you're either an addict or you're not. You're drinking alcohol or you're not. And when you drink alcohol, you love the rush and the high. When you're not, your body's craving the rush and the high. That's being all in. Number 9, guys, here is all in or nothing was number 8. Number 9 is called being more transparent, which means you become more black and white. Simple word of saying it, you just don't give a shit. All right. You care, you love the people that are around, you want to give hugs, you want to make sure everyone is doing great, but deep down opinions of others, you don't give a shit. All right. So if you're going to sit there and talk to someone, you're going to be non-filtered. You're going to be a little more rougher on the edges. You're going to be a little bit more uptight. Is there a filter in my mind that's going to filter stuff through? No, absolutely not. That's what I'm learning every day. But the thing about being more transparent is you're being more real. You're wearing your emotions on your sleeve, and people can tell it just by talking to you. They can walk up to say, "Hey, you've been through something." I can tell within 10 to 15 seconds. We wear this shit on our shoulders. That's what it's called being more transparent. All right, number 10, it runs parallel with number 9. All right, it's called you will learn to trust and love again. All right, guys, this is a process. When you overcome something, you completely figure out ways to get over that trauma, but yet you're going to have PTSD of the trauma. I can go through a long hour-long episode, if not more, of the things that I think of when my head comes back and all the past traumas creep back up or they boil through the cracks. To me, what the best way is you have to overcome that. You have to move forward. But the most importantly, you have to figure out ways to quit being a stubborn ass and learn to love again. All right. I went through a lot. I'm stone cold, basically. But to me, giving a hug to a girlfriend or me giving a kiss to a girlfriend or me saying I love you to a girlfriend or me giving a hug to, future in-laws or parents, friends, whatever it is, the more of that warms you up, the more of that shows you love. Am I a tough person to love? Well, if you ask my girlfriend, she's going to say no. To me, I'm absolutely tough to love because I'm a cold ass son of a bitch at times. So that's called learn to trust and love again. Number 11 here runs parallel with number 10 here, guys. So there's a lot of parallels with this here, but number 10 runs with number 11, which means number 10 runs with number 11, which means you have real relationships. I don't need to dig further into this. When you have real relationships, you become more transparent. You learn to trust and love again. People that are in your circle want to be in your circle because they know that they're getting the real you here. So that is all we're going to explain here with number 11. Number 12 is a big area, guys. It's called learn how to do the work. This life is very hard. All right. How do you run? You run 1 foot at a time. How do you do business? You build it $1 at a time. But how do you build if you don't do that? You don't grow. All right. So I can sit here and yell, scream, do whatever it is. But the most important thing is the KISS thing. It's a KISS theory. It's called keep it simple, stupid. Just do the fucking work. Plain and simple. Number 13 here, guys, and we have a few more to go on this. Number 13 is you learn to relax. You learn to be mindful, which it went previously in a few things, the mental state. You learn how to relax. Whether it's doing things that, aren't prescribed, whatever it is to get yourself to relax through workout, through physical running, through yoga, through whatever it is, you learn to live that in your life. When you become obsessed with this life, you get obsessed with your mental state. By obsessed with mental state, you're getting obsessed and learn how to relax. A lot of us in this industry really technically don't need much time to relax. People will be like, hey, I'm going to go on a couple week vacation to reset, do whatever it is. My best vacations, even with, anyone that's planned in the future, are either day trips or 3-day trips. I do not take a week-long vacation. When I do, I still learn to work 3-4 days into it. I cannot. It drives me insane. I can't fucking sit still to save my ass. So when we're looking at week-long vacations, it better be variety every day. It better be hiking. It better be climbing. It better be going fishing. It better be whatever it is. Full of stuff that keeps my mind and mental state figured out how to relax. So that's how myself learns how to relax. You guys figure it out your end. If it's sitting on the deck with music playing, dirty heads, if it's lights, if it's whatever it is, figure that out and go from there. Number 14 here, guys, you learn new ways to cope with anxiety. All right, so when you're overcoming, you don't have the mask on anymore. So when all this stuff boils up in the past is what we're talking about, and you get in your head, you're going to have anxiety going like crazy. I still have anxiety in front of people. Yes, I'm a people person, but the cool thing about this and overcoming is when my mask came off, my mask was introverted. Now the mask came off and it's more transparent with everyone. My mask becomes, or my physical state becomes introverted. Do I want to talk to you guys? Absolutely. I do not care about carrying a conversation. I would carry a conversation, get to know you. Do I really want to carry a conversation as long as I can? No, I love to work. I love to get my hands dirty. So for me, when it comes to carrying an hour-long conversation, I lose my mind and I drift. All right, so how does this deal with doing in public? When I want to relax, I want to be in the woods. I want to be camping. I want to be far away from everyone. I don't even want to get near them. I want the deer. I want nature. I want fishing. I want all that stuff. I want to get closer to God. However it is that keeps myself relaxed. To me, when you get me around people to relax, I get uncomfortable because I don't want to relax. I start watching people and how I can be protective or / how my legs pop up, all this stuff in the public to say, okay, who's the bad guy? Who's the good guy? How's this? So to me, being around people, I am actually more not relaxed. So for me, getting relaxed is going up north, taking trips, camping, whatever it is. All right. So number 15, this is the final one here, guys. It's a long list of stuff. It's a long podcast here, but I want to keep it real. Is you develop real emotions again. All right. So that circles back to number 10 and number 11. But these are different things. So you learn how to have real emotions again here, guys. So this is one thing I'm learning straight. I do have emotions, separation, anxiety. That one kicks in big time. Physically, I have to touch someone. If it's someone real important to me, I have to touch them. On the other end of it is slowly by surely, my tears are slowly coming back. Yes, when you go through all kinds of trauma and you overcome all kinds of trauma in your past, you become more cold, like I said. But the big thing is you have to physically learn to love again. You have to physically learn to see those real emotions again. And most importantly, guys, you have to physically lean into them. Why are they occurring? What's going on? What's seeping back to the cracks? Why are you happy? Why are you sad? It's pretty simple. So the main important thing with this part 1 is here, guys, you have all top 15 skills of overcoming. A lot of you guys have them inside of you, even if you're not overcoming. And a lot of the stuff can get paralleled back into business here, guys. So the most important thing is stop making excuses. And like I said, in the number 12, learn to do the fucking work here, guys. So that's part 1. And number 2, we're talking about And number 2 here, we're going to be talking about a marketing plan and simplistic side of business here. Someone reached out to me today, and I want to explain it perfectly on a podcast. A lot of you guys that did not start a business, a lot of you guys start Googling a business and you see all kinds of stuff like PDFs, formats, income statements, all that stuff here. Guys, a lot of people I know in my circle started a business plan strictly on a napkin with an idea. All right. The idea is, what is the idea, how we can, and then what's the need to fill? So what's your idea? First and foremost, what is the need that you're trying to fill? How you're going to fill it? And what's your customer base? As a business plan, that is your ultimate plan. Now, the sub-chapters of it is, who's your customer? What's your product? How are they going to buy it? How are you going to market it? And most importantly, one that line's not cheap. Sean talked about all the time. How are you going to scale it? It's all about scaling. You have to bring money in to pay for employees and all that stuff to grow it back out. Don't be overly analysis paralysis on here, guys. A business plan is simply that much, and a marketing plan. A lot of us that are in this industry, I am nobody. I'm starting from scratch. I'm bootlegging a business, but a lot of them that are successfully down, the more fancy you get with the business plan, the more fuck up failures you're going to have. So go write on a piece of paper and go figure out how you can fail forward, learn from it, get back up, be resilient, overcome, use 15 tips to overcome, and get back up and get back on the road and get yourself going again here, guys. So like I said, I am human. I do make a lot of mistakes. I am very happy with my mistakes. Sometimes they still haunt me, which is 100% correct. But I want to thank you guys for downloading this podcast episode. And like I said, tell us how we're doing. Like I said, this is the first episode in 65 plus days in live on the mic. But I want to tell you guys, especially the tips and stuff to make sure how to overcome. And most importantly here, pay attention, download this, share this, whatever it is, but go to battlewarriorbrands.com, see all the brand new stuff we have here for the farmers market. If you're in the farmers market, come say hi. Otherwise, if you want audio and video of this, go visit youtube.com, and then we can go from here, guys. So thank you very much for downloading this recent episode. Go to reviews, Apple, iTunes, Spotify, all that stuff here, and tell us how we can do. So like I said before, thank you guys. Have a great day. Rock out. Let's go.